Hello? Hello, what's that? No. No, definitely no. Look, I'm in charge, right? What I say goes. So I don't want any more arguments, alright? This is coming from the top. What I say goes. Got it? Good. Now, what's for tea? Oh, alright, that's my favourite. Yeah, I like that. Alright, yeah, I look forward to that. Yeah, okay. And, what's that, your birthday? Well, you enjoy a good walk, don't you? Why don't you Google one of the surrounding beauty spots?
Ground control to Major Tom.
Right, love, I've got to go. The usual suspects are tuning in. Alright, ta-ra.
Cocker, how you doing, my man? Who's that pale-faced quiffhead on the dartboard?
It's Lord Keir, what's his name, innit? Prob's the next leader of the loser party. So no one of any consequence, of course. We've got 80 seats behind us. Bossman!
Bojo's in the house! Bojo's in the house! Massive Johnson's in the house, yo!
All good in the number 10 hood, Bossman? I'm still a little bit peeved. Joe Public didn't put its grubby paws into its bulging pockets and a bung a bob for a Big Ben bong tomorrow. Sorry the crowdfunder didn't work out, King B. But Big Ben bong or no Big Ben bong, we're out of the old EU tomorrow, and that's a cold hard factoroonie, girlfriend.
Carpe diem, Cockster. Mission accomplished. We're still waiting for a few of your A-team.
Yes, I used to love that. And I'll be Hannibal, Ovs. Robbie, you can be Faceman. I'll be BA then. I'll be BA Baracus. Hey, fool, what you talking about, Willis?
Think you're mixing up your cultural icons there.
This sodding app is ridiculous. I can hear you.
Hello all, I'm here.
I'd like to start.
I hand you my privilege to hand you over to the DC.
We may have a potential problemo with this thing in China, this virus thing.
No, it's all fine and dandy. I told the House a couple of days ago that the Brits in Wuhan, they'll be offered flights home, gratis.
And I told all the muggles not to fly to China the day after, didn't I? So, crisis averted.
BA suspended all flights to mainland China yesterday as well. Oh, I ain't letting anyone get on that plane, fool. Not to China, fool.
There's a potential of this going global, you see. So, just in case, I've prepared an outline of how we handle it.
Now, listen, you all have your own departments, which was a reward for your ongoing loyalty. And this is going to sound unfriendly, but don't take it to heart. It wasn't for your ability. So remember that, one and all. Now we're all friends again, and it's all hands on deck.
Its official name is COVID-19.
The official name for the coronavirus was COVID-19. Yes, you guessed it. No, 19.
If this virus, right, gets into the UK properly, it could be very bad indeed. Speaking plainly, we are not prepared for a full-on pandemic.
What's the worst case scenario then? The science isn't optimistic. Tens of thousands could die. 20,000 would be a good result.
Talking of the science, that may be a key response you are all going to get used to repeating ad nauseum, ad infinitum. Something along the lines of, all of our decisions are based on the science. That'll get you out of all kinds of trouble. Something else, while I remember it, and I know most of you are doing this already, but I want to hear more of this at the start of every other sentence, right? Are you ready? Listening? My right honourable friend is absolutely right.
Well, my right honourable friend is absolutely right in what he says. My honourable friend is absolutely right. We, of course, have just signed a deal with
My honourable friend is absolutely right. It is a blunt instrument. It would cause...
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The right honourable lady is obviously right to ask.
My honourable friend, the honourable gentleman, my friend, the honourable gentleman,
Absolutely.
It sets up your opposition by lulling them into a false sense of security.
What if we're wrong? Another reason he's not in the A-team? We are never wrong.
There is a chance, as remote as it may be, that the country might have to go into a lockdown.
Lockdown somewhere in the city.
If the virus takes hold, we need to be seen to be doing the right thing. Why can't we just do the right thing? Is that so hard? Be transparent.
Oh, transparent? Any secret meetings with any Middle Eastern blofelts this week you haven't mentioned to him about? 002.5?
You pair of prannies are getting on my tits.
Bit of a bully, isn't she?
Allegedly.
Can we please move along? I have a Pilates class in 22 minutes.
No, you don't. You have facial awareness training with me.
Spatial awareness? What's that? Facial awareness. You have a permanent smug smile. I do not have a smug smile. Still doing it. This? Still there. I'm doing all sorts of smiles here, and every one of them is a winner. So we did a potential pandemic catastrophe dry run. When was it now? Back in 2016.
The Cygnus exercise. What's this Cygnus business then? I think you missed that Cobra meeting, boss. I saw the Cliff notes on this, didn't I? Cliff! Thank you. Thank you, Cliff. Right, blah, blah, blah. An influenza pandemic could cause the country's health system to collapse from a lack of resources, yada, 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 yada. A lack of ventilators and logistics of dead body disposal with serious problems, whatever. Oh yes, this was it. Best approach would be a herd immunity. Right, so there you go. Do that. So that was easy. Right, now can I disappear? The court's booked in 15 minutes. And, donor number 8, he doesn't like it if one's late. Can't upset the shareholders, I'm a poet, I just didn't know it.
Herd immunity is an option. However, very much likely to go tits up. So the only way to go to be seen to be beating the virus and doing the right thing is this.
Sorry, the lifestyle you ordered is currently out of stock.
That's probably going to be correct in a month or two. No, this one here.
Stay home? I've got cricket matches every other Sunday and I've got to go to work occasionally.
That's the least of your problems, Matty. You're the forward face of this one.
Oh, well, I get it, yeah. How long before I'm thrown underneath the bus then?
No, nobody gets sacked anymore. New era, new dawn. Why do we have to stay at home? If this virus gets a proper grip, any contact with people outside your household could exponentially spread the disease.
Bloody hell's bells.
This is getting serious now, isn't it?
Why don't we just close the borders?
No. That would cause a panic. And you know me, I like freedom for all, except the Scots. What about the economy? If we all just shut up shop. My big surprise. Come in now. Knowing me, Rishi Sunak. Knowing you, the cabinet. Aha! Lady and germs, may I proudly introduce Rishi Sunak. It's Rishi. Rashi, baby. Rashi Von Cashy. Rash with all the cash.
Sorry, who is he? Who are you?
Bond. James Bond. Sunak. Rishi Sunak. Rishi here had looked over the books, cooked the old books, I bet he cooks a mean biryani as well. You do, don't you? All you lot do. I don't cook. Rishi, you robust, dashing and swashbuckling number cruncher, you. Tell the kids all about the plan. I came up with a neat little sidestep which would keep the majority of the masses in the workplace and make us look like epic Trojan heroes to boot. By Jiminy, he speaks my lingo. It's a scheme paid by the government to give the employed 80% of their salary not to work. And who pays for that then? Well, as said, we do, the government. Well, the Treasury. Well, okay, the public.
He won't stomach that.
Yeah, you exotic-looking Prince of Persia, Tom Cruise level of ridiculous, gorgeous, smiling, mathematical guru, you.
That sounded like a compliment, Cocker.
Yeah, well, he's growing on me. I can't help it. Sorry, what about the self-employed? They want to fiddle the system and get paid in dividends. Then they've made their beds, and now they can sleep in them. He's a breath of fresh air, isn't he? He's thoroughly modern Millie. It's risky.
Guess we're not flavour of the month anymore, Mancock.
Do you think he's single?
I've bloody lost him.
Chaps and chapesses, you're looking at the new C of X. Goody gumdrops. All right now, Rishi Dishy, you can toddle off now. Okay, Gaffer, you're the best. Anon, and see you all soon in a sanctum. Laters.
Bloody kiss ass.
Brown nose. Oh, no, I mean he's brown nosing. He's not a brown nose, as in he's got a brown nose. Oh, well, yes, he does have a brown nose. I mean, I have a brown nose sometimes when I've been on holiday in the sun. So, you know, that's...
Just stop talking.
No. You're not getting me. I mean brown. Like, he's got his nose, right? His nose up his boss's bum. Like, it's so far up, it's poo deep. Hence the nose, his nose would be brown. Browner than it is already. So there's nothing racist in any shape or form. And I'm glad that's cleared up. What's this protect the NHS?
We have one chance. One. To keep the NHS afloat. And that's if we scare all the Muglingtons from everyday ailments like cancer and other miscellaneous stuff from clogging up the waiting room.
Cancer checkups? They'll all be backed up, right? What does your algo bloody rhythm tell you about that?
Around 800,000 in 5 years.
Deaths?
No. 800,000 people are going to win the lottery. Yes, deaths.
Don't forget we haven't got enough of those old ventilators as well.
Operation Last Gasp.
For Christ's sake, don't let that get leaked to the press or the public. I mean, that's seriously unfunny. Now, but what's the real operational name? That's what I've called it. Last gasp. As in the last breath that leaves your body before you die. I'm still oblivious to whatever point you're trying to make, Mike. Last gasp is like a classic wartime operation name. It's like Overlord, Neptune, Sledgehammer, and the literary giants it shares. Last of the Mohicans, Last of the Last Samurai, the Last of the Summer Wine. Just to be clear, you're choosing jingoism over national sensitivity.
Now, another hurdle may be that we come up against things moving at pace, and we have to make policy on the fly. Should that happen, we're changing things in, say, 10 days, like making the peeps wear masks or such like, which will give us the time to observe the reaction via the press, social media, etc. And then, either stick with the policy, or if the peasants revolt, we about turn and give Johnny Volta what they want. Within reason, of course. We can't let them go wild in the countryside, in the cities or on the beaches.
We will fight them on the beaches. We will fight them on the beaches. We will never surrender. You've been waiting all your life, haven't you, to say that line? You know it. So it'll be, U-turn city if we, keep getting the policy wrong. Ultimately, we look good. Making a U-turn shows we're listening to the cheap seats and keeps the rating steady instead of plummeting. If we go against the will of the plebs. Plus, as said, none of you numpties needs to get the Wellington boot as we rectify the policy. So everyone's a winner. Chicken dinner. Will I ever get thinner? I won't if I can't get onto that tennis court in 30 seconds.
Yep, okay, right. So, as said, Matt, you're the Health 4 guy. Gove, you can pop up on radio interviews, bit of telly, throw out a few sound bites, nothing too articulate, say the slogan a few times, then, you know, get out of there, pretend you're running Brexit, yeah? Pretty, I want you deflecting by pontificating on borders, blah, blah, blah. Immigration details, makes headlines, you know, where toddlers in dinghies, tragic stories. Try and be a little maternal where possible. Be maternal. Not my usual approach, but rolls with the punches, I guess.
Oh, and don't bother me for the next fortnight. I'm on holiday for half of Feb. Then the missus is due to drop the sprog, of course. Always looks good when a commander-in-chief doesn't just have the spunk to lead a country, he can also stick a bun in the electoral oven. No one votes for a Jaffa.
How many's that now, Top Cat?
Well, it's more than a handful, less than a footy team.
No, seriously though, how many is it?
Yes, no, I was being as accurate as I could. I'm not really sure. Not entirely sure. You know me, I'm not a details man. And on that blonde bombshell, toodaloo. Has anyone thought about schools? Will we have to close them?
That is a possible outcome.
And heaven forbid if it should, you know, drag on. I mean, what about all the exams?
We'll let the teachers grade them.
Really?
Gotcha there. No, I've got now.
I'm missing something. I know I'm missing something. Oh yes, homes. Care homes. You didn't mention them.
What about them?
Well, you know, there's thousands of them. And if any of the old fogies get infected, they'll spread like wildfires in the homes.
We'll chuck a few masks and aprons their way and confuse them with a multiverse of mixed guidance and communication. But the NHS is the priority.
I need to say something about them.
We'll just drop in a quote months later to say we did try our best, but it was unprecedented.
We offered a blanket of protection, yeah?
Blanket suggests we smothered them.
A ring! Yeah, a ring! We threw a ring of protection around the care homes.
Well, I am off too. Have you got that figure? The amount of immigrants to illegally entered the country last year, final tally? That little problem number, please. Oh yes, I've got it here. It was 3,051, 27,246.
I don't think we'll be using your arithmetic skills at the potential press meetings, love.
Later's bell ends.
Bloody hell, I've got a headache. Right, well, I'm off as well, I suppose, then.
Right, I'm off for a massage.
Oh, that's a shame. I thought you might fancy a pint later.
There's always time for a pint.
I wouldn't take that for granted.
Are you saying we might have to close the pubs?
Rob, what are you doing?
So it looks like we're going to have to, you know, put in a proper shift.
Yeah, like 9 to 5 or, Christ, 5:30.
I beg your pardon, boys, but I never promised you a rose garden.
Ta-ta!
Adios, Lord Vader. Looks like everyone underestimated the power of your dark side, right? Ciao.
Oh, who's this? Hello, darling. Oh, you found somewhere for your birthday? Oh, that's good. That sounds great. What's it called? Ah, well, Barnard Castle it is then.
The idea that the Prime Minister skipped meetings that were vital to our response to the coronavirus, I think is grotesque. The truth is that there are meetings across government, some which are chaired by the Health Secretary, some which are chaired by other ministers, but the Prime Minister took all the major decisions.
There were 5 COBRA meetings during the crucial period when the virus was arriving in January and February. The Sunday Times said the Prime Minister did not attend any of them. Is that true?
He didn't, but then he wouldn't.
So would you or wouldn't you do it?
Take the knee for 2 people, the Queen and the Missus when asked her to marry.
Frontline workers, like me, have had to watch families break into pieces. And does the Secretary of State acknowledge that many frontline workers feel that the government's lack of testing has cost lives and is responsible for many families being unnecessarily torn apart in grief?
Secretary of State. No, I don't, Mr. Speaker. I think that I welcome the Honourable Lady to her post as part of the Shadow Health team. I think she might do well to take a leaf out of the Shadow Secretary of State's book in terms of tone. I'm afraid what she said is not true.
Hello.
We actually haven't. Yeah, no, we one of it possibly. And no, that's
This is vegan. Okay, just put this. You better. This is one of my favourites.
it's really nice.
This is the vegan tattoo.
Yeah. Thank you.
There we go.
Thank
Brilliant.
you.
Is this
I can report through the government's ongoing monitoring and testing programme that as of 9 a.m. today, there have been 974,000 tests carried out across the UK, excluding Northern Ireland.
No, I don't regret what I did. As I said, I think reasonable people may well disagree about how I thought about what to do in these circumstances, but I think that what I did was actually reasonable in these circumstances.
Because I know there will be many people looking now at our apparent success. Because I know there will be many people looking now at our apparent success. Because I know there will be many people looking now at our apparent success.
Absolutely right. 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 Really?